Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Facebook. So I am Jalila T here, and today we're going to talk about, are you making smart business decisions? So, oftentimes we see people just impulsively doing things. They're not thinking things through, which puts them in a situation where they find themselves, having to backtrack, or they've wasted money, right? And because of all of the chaos of life, sometimes it just happens, right? So if you're just now tuning in, make sure that you drop a comment below with where you're watching from so I can give you a nice little shout out. So today we are talking about, do you make smart business decisions, right? So if you're just tuning in, please make sure that you comment below with where you're watching from, and I'll give you a shout out. If you know somebody else needs to hear this, go ahead and press that share button. Every time I see that somebody shares, you get a shout out for that too. Hello, Miss Scott. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So let's talk, everybody. So, are you making smart business decisions, right? This is so common. People tend to do things impulsively. They're like, oh, this is good. I've got to jump on this right now, right? But what happens is, because we feel pressure, because we feel like it's such a good deal. Hey, Christine. Hey, Helena. So because we feel like it's such a good deal, it's such a great thing, we've got to hurry up. You've got to take advantage of it now, right? So you start to make decisions that are not that smart, and then it causes you to have to backtrack. You've ended up wasting tons of money, right? So I'm going to give you 3 tips tonight. Hello, Dawn. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you learn to make smarter business decisions. This is going to change your life, okay? It's going to save you money. It's going to save you a lot of stress. And these 3 tips are what I've learned and what I implement for myself now. So the first thing is, I want you to stop being impulsive and do your homework, right? So drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever just walked up on a sale, right? So maybe you just went to the store to pick up, I don't know, maybe you went to pick up one thing, a pair of shoes, but because something was on sale, you impulsively picked it up and you bought it, right? Because you just thought you could not miss out on this deal, right? So drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever done that before and you've done it impulsively, right? It happens to the best of us. Just give me a 1. All right. So if that's the case, right, that means that you're being impulsive, right? And you've got to stop treating your business this way. No more making impulsive decisions. You've got to slow down. You got to start thinking about it and doing your homework, right? Because when you make business decisions, every dollar counts. It makes a difference, right? You don't want to keep spending on money that you don't have and you don't actually have the money coming in to do it. So that means that your expenses are exceeding your income. Not a good thing. No bueno. That's not what we want to do. So, start doing your homework. If you decide you want to invest in yourself, you want to invest in a business, do your research, right? You want to look at industry trends. Look at what's hot, right? Shopping done. Oh yeah, all day, every day. I'm sure you're impulsive. How many of us go to Target, right? Or Walmart? I don't like Walmart, but Target is my stilo. So if you go to Target, right, you easily come out of Target like, okay, tunnel vision, I'm just going to get paper towels, right? But what happens? You get in Target, everything looks so pretty, everything looks so glittery, everything's so pink and so wonderful, it smells so good, and you come out with a cart full of stuff. That's what I'm saying. You're being impulsive, right? So when it comes to your business, shop around, do some research, see what the industry trends are, look at the compensation plan, right? If you're looking to start a network marketing business, look at the comp plan. It makes a difference, right? Make sure that you are checking to see if there's monthly minimums. Sometimes you join a company and you end up having to pay monthly amounts. That's crazy, right? So instead, if you do your research, right, you could probably find something where you don't have to spend money every single month, where where you might, maybe you have a different type of business where you want to buy, I don't know, a machine or some kind of light, right? And you don't have the $500 today, but you'll get there. So, it doesn't mean that you have to have everything right now. Stop being impulsive and do your homework. So tip number 2, identify the things that matter the most to you, especially in business. So, a lot of times in business, life can be very chaotic, right? You've got children to take care of, you've got bills and responsibilities, you've got all kinds of things, you've got family pulling on you, friends needing you for this, right? So it causes a lot of chaos, right? And your brain is all scrambled eggs, right? So the thing that you have to remember is when you decide to invest in yourself in a business or make any kind of business decisions, you need to make sure that you remember and that you know exactly what matters the most to you. So maybe some of the things that matter the most to you, or maybe you want to be, more flexible. You want to have a position or a job or business is more flexible so you can actually accommodate your family and friends that be at home, or you can accommodate your children and be there to attend their school functions, right? So that's something that matters to you. Maybe you don't want to leave your kids every day of the week to go do a party. I came from party plan, right? So part of the party plan requirement is you have to host parties. You gotta host parties. That's how you're gonna make the money. Maybe that's not your stilo. Maybe you want to be at home with your children and your husband or your wife or your significant other, right? So identify what your needs are. Maybe you want something where you don't find yourself labeling things and actually having to drop off a load of stuff at the post office, and you'd rather something be automated and online, right? So understand what it is your needs are and identify them. Maybe you want to make money from anywhere, even if you decide to pick up and move to another state tomorrow, right? How many times have you guys thought about just picking up and moving or starting over or doing something different, right? So maybe you want something that's so flexible that it can accommodate all that. These are all things that you should be thinking about. So identify the things that matter most to you, because once you identify them, you'll start opening your eyes and looking at opportunities that only accommodate exactly what you want and your lifestyle. And that's going to be critical, because if you're not happy, you're not going to do the work, right? And we want everybody happy, because when you're happy, you end up doing the work to get the results that you want. So tip number 3, figure out your budget. This is critical to your success. So you want to figure out your budget because you need to know how much money you can invest, right? How much can you afford to give away? Now, I know what you're thinking, How many times have you wanted to start a business or do something for yourself and you're like, oh, I don't have the money. I am broke. B-R-O-K-E. We have a broke mindset, right? So you're like, I ain't got it. I'm broke. I can't do it. Wah, 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 wah. Well, if you go watch my last video from a few days ago, we dissected all of that. But just to give you a little taste of that, so here's the thing. You need to be very, very honest with yourself, right? This is going to require a little conversation with you. So that means if you want to invest in yourself, right, then you need to invest in yourself. So that means you need to look at what you got going on and you need to make an assessment, right? What in my budget can I take away that does not make me any money and barely brings me any satisfaction, or it's not helping me personally or business develop, right? So maybe it's your $5 Starbucks budget, or $10. Some of y'all spend $10, $15 a day in Starbucks, right? So maybe you can afford to buy coffee yourself for once. Bring it with you to work, so you already have it. You don't need to stop at Starbucks. You can buy muffins at Wegmans. Yes, I love Wegmans. You can buy muffins at Wegmans or Shoppers or wherever you do it, right? And that way, that $10 or $15 or whatever, you can allocate in your budget to invest in yourself, right? Maybe you need that to buy a new laptop. Maybe you need that to just invest and start your network marketing business, or whatever the case may be. So, you got to start making some sacrifices if you want to do better, because the only way that your situation is going to change is if you make some changes in your life, right? You make some changes in your life, you make some changes in your behavior, and you start to do things a little bit differently, right? So, I wanted to make sure that we talked about smart business decisions today, because it seems like a lot of people just need help trying to figure out what to do and what not to do. And, you know that I like to keep it 100% with you guys, and usually, there's nothing that I won't share with you. So this is all things that I've learned. These are all tips and things that I've, gone through. And I would never want to see anybody make non-smart business decisions. So I wanted to make sure that I shared this with you. If you felt like you got value from this video, I want you to drop a 10 in the comments below. Also, if you felt like you love this message and you know somebody else needs to hear it too, feel free to press the share button, because sharing is caring. And if you need to hear it, somebody else needs to hear it too. So thank you for tuning in. I am Jalila T. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.